Right, let's get some people in here. UFC Fight Night, Jan Figueiredo tomorrow. I think it's on pretty early for us in the UK. I think I've seen someone saying it starts at maybe 11 in the morning. I'm not too sure what the timing is for it, but I'm looking forward to it. This is a good main event. This is a good Fight Night card. This is what they should be. Big, high-profile fights in the main event, taking them outside of the Apex, into China, into Europe, South America, even other parts of America, Australia. You can do fight nights everywhere instead of using the Apex. I understand though that the Apex did play its part. It was like the greatest thing the UFC ever came up with, but now it's slowly becoming the worst. Because when we couldn't get anything on because of COVID, the Apex came in clutch. But now it seems like the UFC are just using it and putting on shit events. I'm hoping next year they start to take the fight nights elsewhere. But this is a good main event. I'm looking forward to it. The main card's good. A lot of up and coming Asian talent on it, which again is good. What they should be doing with these cards. A lot of guys that are coming off the road to the UFC. Figueiredo Jan though, that's the fight everybody's wanting to see. It's the fight everybody's looking forward to seeing. My prediction is Jan. I think Jan is going to beat Figueiredo. If it was a 3-rounder, I'd maybe be more confident in Figueiredo, but the fact it's 5 rounds, Jan is a 5-round fighter. He gets better as the fight goes on. I think Figueiredo will gas in there. Rounds 3, 4 and 5, I think that's when Jan will take over. Yes, Figueiredo can grapple, but I don't see him being able to take down and hold down Jan. I don't see him taking Jan down and maybe getting to his back and controlling him like Aljo did. I just don't see it happening, to be honest. And I think it will end up being a boxing match, and Jan is the better boxer in my opinion, and I expect him to win by decision. I don't think he's going to stop Figgy, although he maybe could in the later rounds, maybe 4, end of 3, 4, 5. But I do feel like Figueiredo is tough enough and is good enough to be able to just last it. And I think he will lose by decision. But if Figueiredo does win this, he should skip up Umar Nurmagomedov. Ignore that voice break. I think if Figueiredo, he arguably already deserves to fight for the title, but if Figueiredo does beat Jan tomorrow, he 100% deserves to fight for the title over Umar Nurmagomedov. In my opinion, anyway. I think that's just fair. Yeah, the fact it's 5 rounds. Over 5 rounds, for me, you have to pick Jan in this one. Although Figgy has looked good. And I mean, Jan's coming off that win at UFC 299. He hasn't been that active, really. Yes, he was injured. But we haven't seen him. I thought he looked alright in that Song Yudong fight, but I mean, the performance probably is a lot better now, knowing that he was injured in there. But I got Jan by 5th round KO TKO. Not bad. The odds on Figgy are so profitable. I just don't see him winning. I don't see him knocking Jan out. I don't see him beating Jan by a decision. I don't see him subbing him, to be honest. Yeah, I think Jan's going to look good in there. I think Jan is going to look good. I'm looking forward to it though either way. It's a good main event. A really good main event. The card itself's good. I like the odds on is the size difference massive? Not really. Normally Jan is pretty outsized by the guys at bantamweight because Figgy was a flyweight though moving up. They'll be very similar. Jan will be bigger though. What fights would you say he's been done? I need to go back and rewatch the Sean O'Malley one, but I thought Aljo won the second fight, but I am an Aljo fanboy, so maybe I'm being a bit biased. Jan round 2. Don't think it'll be. I think Figueiredo will probably win the first 2 rounds, to be honest. DDP beats Hamzat by plot armor. I think DDP does beat Hamzat. I do believe that also. I want to see that fight. I do not care to see the rematch between DDP and Strickland. Even though it probably will be a good fight because the first fight was good, but Jan title run, let's go. If Jan beats Figgy, he needs at least one more win, to be honest. Pantoja or Asakura. I don't know much about Asakura, to be honest. I'm going to have to go for Pantoja. I think he will win. I think he will use his grappling again. Although, we did see Asakura sparring Merab. He did look good in there, stuffing the takedowns and stuff, but I feel like Pantoja will beat him. But will Khamzat make a 4-month turnaround? Who knows? What about Strickland Khamzat? Don't really care to see it, to be honest. Yeah, Pantoja is the second best. Ian Gary or Shavkat? I'm going to go for Ian Gary. People might not agree with me on that one, but I think it's a very, very close fight though. But for me, I'm going to go Ian Gary. What do you think the main event of UFC, the London card, will be? Paddy Pimblett, Moicano. Although I did see a thing today saying apparently Masvidal versus Edwards is in the works for being the main event, which is a good fight. Like, well, I mean, Masvidal, we haven't really seen him in a while, but it'll be a big fight, if that makes sense. So it would be a big fight. I just say let DDP finish on. Yeah, I mean, the UFC have kind of said they are going to be doing Strickland. DDP next is kind of being confirmed, but I can't wait for Orman versus Islam. Yeah, it'll be good. I think Islam will beat him though. Praying on Khamzat's downfall. How dare you beat Whittaker? Mate, yeah, he beat Whittaker bad. I did pick Whittaker to win that matchup. The next Joe Rogan right here, I'm calling it. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Would Ian Gary KO and Shavkat be the biggest aura loss in UFC history? Could be up there. Thank you for the follow, Ben. Could be up there. Could be up there. I'm trying to think. Like moments where people just lost so much aura. Fuck, I don't know. That's a good one, you know. That's a really, really good one. Aura is a Shavkat is a aura merchant, to be honest. Right, Figgy by KO. Shave your head, Joe Rogan. I need to get my hair cut. I'm fighting tomorrow night, so I need to get my head shaved for the fight tomorrow. Shavkat got no aura. His best win is a 42-year-old wonder boy. I know, but people do really glaze him, to be honest. Usman getting KO'd was a huge loss of aura. Not really. Don't think so, because no one really cared that much about Edwards. Where like people like really hate Ian Gary and call him a cuck and all that stuff. Is he losing to Poatan? Nah. I mean, Pereira's a machine. Ben Askren. Darren Till being beat up by Woodley, maybe? No. McGregor being beat by Habib with all the shit he talked. I don't know. When is the next fight? I'm fighting tomorrow night, so I am, mate. Holloway. Biggest aura loss is Aldo McGregor. Good point. Shavkat fight once a year, and best win is a 42-year-old wonder boy, Ragmanov. That is true, but a lot of people do glaze him. Shavkat versus Gary is a weird one. They both don't have credible names yet, so it'll be hard to say. Being the MVP's not a bad win, to be honest. Do you know what it is with Ian Gary? I feel like he's going to need to really sit down on his shots in there. Because I think he's a better striker than what Shavkat is. But I feel like the pity patter, tap, move style won't work against Shavkat. I think he's too tough for that. So I think Ian Gary will have to sit down on his shots and earn the respect of Shavkat, not to be bullied and backed up. Colby or Buckley? I'm probably going to go for Buckley right now. Yeah, Johnny Walker losing to Corey Anderson. Corey Anderson's underrated, but yeah, Johnny Walker, people were talking about, he's going to be the guy to fight John Jones. He's going to be the next guy to beat him and all that shit. So that's a good one. I think it's 11 a.m. I got training while the fights are on. What do you train? Do you train MMA or boxing, or what is it you're into? For once, the Americans are gonna have to stay up. Nice. Where do you train MMA? By the way, if you don't follow, make sure to follow up. I'm trying to hit 20k by the end of the year. Nice one, mate. Nice one. I think John Jones just played us all, to be honest. I think he is going to fight Aspinall, but I think he wants a big, big payday, and I mean, why not? Why not? I think we see Tom Aspinall, John Jones next year, definitely. No, he doesn't want to retire. Um, no. I think Figgy, in terms of overall grappling, is better, but I don't think Figgy will be able to. Well, I mean, we've seen Yan defend so many takedowns off Merab, and I don't think Yan or Figgy will be able to take down Yan with ease and hold him there like Aljo did. Did Colby's leg injury make a difference in the Leon fight? Do you know what? I'd probably say yes, because we just seen someone who pushed Leon back and put volume on him and wrestled with him like Bilal have a lot of success. So I'm going to say, yeah, it probably did play a big part. Don't know if he's going to destroy him, but I think he will beat Figgy. Yeah, definitely. That's what John Jones is after. But we've seen this scenario before with John Jones and Ngannou. Sorry, we've got a lot moving on here. Yan has way too good ground work for Figgy. His takedown defense is too good, to be honest. Yeah, Jan's got really good takedown defense. No, I think John Jones will fight him. I think John Jones will fight him. No, I think if we could pick between Pereira and Aspinall, he would obviously pick to fight Pereira. You know, he's obviously said that's his preference, but I think he fights Aspinall. Why is Kron fighting Bryce Mitchell? I don't know. Why is it on the main card? I also don't know what's happening in IBBY. I've got Yan decision. Especially when I'm pretty sure Kron Gracie's on like a 3-fight or 2-fight losing streak. The fact that they've got Aljamain Sterling, Movsar Evloev, which is pretty much a number one contender fight in the featherweight division, on the prelims, and you've got Kron Gracie, Bryce Mitchell on the main card, doesn't make sense. Pereira makes me money, boy. And you know that. If Jones beats Aspinall, he'll want his retirement fight to be Pereira, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I mean, see if he beats Aspinall, go for it, have the Pereira matchup. I just feel I don't have an issue with him fighting Pereira, like the fight in general. I don't have an issue with it. What I have an issue with is him avoiding Tom Aspinall again. Doesn't make sense. Moves or Diego. Diego Lopez probably. Nah, I think Yan will clearly win the later rounds. Nah, I don't think just a win over John Jones would put him in the GOAT conversation, to be honest. Yeah, he still wants to do it. Do you know what? This is one of them ones I don't really care who wins. I kind of would like to see Figgy win, because I feel like if Figgy beats Yan tomorrow, he deserves to fight Merab next over Umar Nurmagomedov. I don't care what your second name is or who you're related to. If Figgy beats Yan, 4-fight win streak, 3 wins against top 10 ranked opponents, 2 wins against former bantamweight champions, he needs to fight for it. Is there a chance Arsenal can become heavyweight GOAT? don't. That's a tough one. Like, it's a tough one. I mean, say he's beat Curtis Blades, a good win. Sergey Pavlovich, not a bad win. Volkov's a good win. Say he beats Jones and he beats Gan. It's a good heavyweight resume. Like, I think the debate for who's the greatest UFC heavyweight is either Ngannou or Stipe. And what if Yan wins? I think Yan needs one more. Because Yan would be going in there against Merab, and we've already seen that. So if Yan wins, I think then you do Umar Nurmagomedov versus Yan, number one contender. Figgy carries power, like 11, I think it starts. Merab is the greatest bantamweight of all time. Sorry, do you know what? Merab's slowly making his way up there. I mean, the guy's got a stacked resume. Umar will beat all of them. Umar versus Yan would be an interesting one because Yan has really good takedown defense and he's better on the feet than what Umar is, and he wouldn't be scared to engage with him like Corey Sandhagen was. His resume is great. I know Lucas Tracy said this. I might make a video on it just to talk about it, but see, would you have Merab above Demetrius? I seen him say Merab's above Demetrius Johnson because of resume. And like when I first heard that, I was like, I don't know why he said that. But then when you think about it, it's like there's a point to be made there. I mean, yeah, on the GOAT list, obviously Demetrius Johnson with all the title defenses and all, it's kind of hard to look past that. But in terms of resumes, I mean, Merab has the better resume. Yeah, that's the thing. Demetrius Johnson's the thing for him being so great is get info on the Irish general election. Fuck off, TikTok. I do not care about that. Piss off. Go away. Sorry. Yeah. Back to what I was saying. Demetrius Johnson's legacy is obviously great, but it's built on title defenses, not really names. Where if you look at the names on Merab's resume, it's more impressive than Demetrius Johnson's, if that makes sense. But then you look at the way the finishes Demetrius Johnson's got, but then again, Merab's quality is better. Yeah, I agree with you. Would Prime Cejudo beat Merab? No. Don't think so. I've got Yan, mate. Yeah, but he would have probably got more title defenses. But again, well, I suppose Brandon Moreno, Figueiredo, Pantoja, all them guys would have been coming up in the division, so his resume would have looked a bit better. But then we would never have got to see Figgy become champion, and then Brandon Moreno become champion, and Pantoja become champion because Demetrius Johnson would have beat them all. So you wouldn't have really said anything. Do you think DJ could beat Merab at 135? No. I wouldn't pick... Johnny Walker could beat Alex Pereira. Don't think he would, though. I know. He's not overrated, like. In terms of being well-rounded, he's probably up there with the best. He is up there with the best. I've got Ian Gary, but I don't think jabbing and moving will work against Shavkat because Shavkat will just walk him down. I feel like I've got Ian Gary, but I feel like Ian Gary is going to have to sit down on his shots more. Ian Gary's a better striker. No, it's got nothing to do with that. Ian Gary is a better striker than Shavkat Rakhmonov, facts. But his style of pity patter shots and point fighting isn't going to work against Shavkat. He's going to need to sit down on his shots. Yeah, no, the big thing is, how does Ian Gary look defensively wrestling? We don't know. We really don't know. But see, even now, I know it's sparring footage and you hear the rumours of Shavkat knocking him out, but if you look at the sparring footage that was put up on Twitter, Ian Gary's backing Shavkat up, landing the kicks to the leg and working good combinations. Ian Gary is the better striker, but what it comes down to is, can he earn Shavkat's respect in there? He needs to be able to hurt him. He needs to put a dent in him. If not, Shavkat's going to walk him down. And again, we don't know how good Ian Gary's defensive wrestling is. Strickland or Dricus du Plessis, DDP's going to knock him out in the rematch. Shavkat doesn't have any head movement. Do you think Ian would have beat Buckley too? Yes. It's definitely a lot closer. The odds for the fight's crazy. Islam or Topuria? Islam. And I think Islam Makhachev could knock out Ilia Topuria. Who's the most overrated fighter currently? Obviously Alex Pereira. No. Seriously, the most overrated fighter right now. Fuck, that's a difficult one. I think Krylov is an elite guy in the light heavyweight division, but we haven't seen him in a while. A fighter who's the most overrated fighter currently? No one's really rating, is he though? But no one's really rating him. Do you know what? I'd probably go Khalil Roundtree. Khalil Roundtree is probably the most overrated guy right now. His wins aren't too bad. I would need to go back and look at his resume. I haven't really. I know, but I have to pick for people to beat Pereira so he wins. You know that, clown. Overrated. I'm trying to really think. It was Albazi before. It can't be Adesanya. Who's really rating that guy highly? Overrated. Probably go Shavkat. Izzy isn't even top 15 world all time. Shower Bullet overrated. Yeah, rate that take. Izzy isn't top 15 all time. I don't know if I agree with that. Is Charles Oliveira higher in terms of lightweights of all time than Khabib? Do I think Rufi's overrated? I think you'll get chinned if he gets in there with higher level opponents, to be honest. I know a lot of people are like comparing his style to McGregor. He's not like that, but do you watch prelims? So depends. Are you staying up for the card? It's on at a normal time for me tomorrow. Thank you for the roses, buddy. Bo Nickel is a bit overrated. The best resume is either Islam or Dustin Lightweight, to be honest. Yeah. Charles Oliveira, though, his resume stacked as well. Charles Oliveira is definitely has to be up there, his resume. Ankalaev's not overrated. Yeah, it's crazy the work Poirier's done, the names he's beat, and he's never became undisputed champion. Oliveira's a better resume than Khabib. At lightweight. But just a lightweight though. A lightweight he only has one win over Max. Like, you think Khabib's best wins are what? McGregor, Poirier, Gaethje, RDA, which a lot of people don't talk about. That is a good win. And Edson Barboza, for counting him as an elite win. I think you would. Steve Ercek, are you on about her? RDA is a good win. Because I think that was just before he became champion. But right, let's go over Charles Oliveira's. You've got Kevin Lee, good win. Tony Ferguson, I know a lot of people might not count that as a good win, but when Oliveira beat him, Tony was only coming off that loss to Justin Gaethje, so it's still a good win. Poirier, Gaethje, Beneil Dariush, great win. I'm trying to think of who else he's beat. You know what I mean? Those are 5 elite names. The only thing is, Khabib beat the guys more dominantly. That's the thing there. You know, Khabib didn't get dropped by anybody, didn't really get hurt. But Khabib is better all the time. You think? He's more title defenses as well, to be fair, than what Oliveira has. Oliveira only ever got 1 title defense, which was against Poirier, and then didn't make weight for the thing. I know, but as a lightweight, Oliveira has the better. Oliveira's fought the tougher opponents throughout his entire career. Khabib fought cans. He went 13-0 in the UFC and barely has any good. Whatever happened to the guy on roids? Yeah, Khabib would have beaten Charles. But what a fight that would have been. See, the problem with Oliveira, this is the issue with Oliveira, is the fact that when he fights elite level grapplers, yes, his jiu-jitsu is good and his grappling is good, but when he's in there with the likes of an Islam, and it'll be the exact same thing with Khabib, he just lets people be in his guard for too long. That's his problem. Krylov's last 3 wins: Spann, Ozdemir, and Gustafsson, and he's ranked number 6. Well, where's Volkan Ozdemir ranked? I thought that the time off would have helped Chandler, because it wasn't as if he was just lying there getting fat. He was training for McGregor, plus he nearly finished him in their first fight, and I thought he was going to catch Oliveira. Oliveira looked good in there, but there's nothing that I seen in that fight that made me think he's going to beat Islam or Orman, because that game plan that he used against Chandler wouldn't work against Islam or Orman. Yeah, the back of the head shots were crazy. And the cage grabs, and the glove grabs. Yeah. Ridiculous. Was crazy the way Chandler done that. Chandler is probably the most privileged fighter ever in the UFC. But I think he should fight McGregor next, because I think McGregor beats him. But it seems people being like, he lost to Oliveira, give him a BMF title fight against Max Holloway. Why? Why would he deserve to fight for the BMF title? This is what I mean by he's the most privileged fighter in the UFC. Yeah, a lot of fighters have complained about him. Yeah, but surely you agree with me where that game plan he used against Chandler will not work against Islam or Orman. And Oliveira's problem is when he's in there with high elite level grapplers, he lets people in his guard for too long. He can definitely beat Orman. I mean, we've seen that. He nearly caught him in submissions, but that is the problem with Oliveira. When he lets these guys who are elite level grapplers be in his guard for too long. That's his problem. He lets these guys be in his guard for too long. I think you do Oliveira Max Holloway next. Because Max beat... I know he's coming off that... Thank you for the follow, mate. I know Max is coming off the loss to Ilia Topuria, but let's not forget, he beat Justin Gaethje, who's ranked like number 3 right now in the lightweight division. I think you do Oliveira Holloway for the BMF title. Winner then fights Islam or Orman for the UFC lightweight title. Oliveira wouldn't wipe the floor with Max. Max beats him. Max beats Oliveira. In my opinion. In my opinion, Max beats him. Whoa. McGregor found guilty of sexual assault. What the hell? Lads, you know nothing. You do MMA maths. Shut up. You don't know real fighting. Mate, you're a clown with a blank profile. Fuck up. Yeah, McGregor. Just seen it there on Twitter saying he was found guilty. Crazy. Crazy. Won't see him for a while, I don't think now, like. But yeah, I think he'll return maybe late next year, but he'll go away for a while now. Like, I don't think we'll see McGregor really in the spotlight for a while after this. Unless he just stays in the spotlight to try and get a pass. But he's not going to jail. He's not facing jail time. I think this is a... Nah. I think it was not a criminal case, a civil case, I think they said. So I think she's going to get money out of him, like the woman, but I don't think McGregor's going to do prison time. Crazy, like. Is McGregor top 15 all time? I don't know how long. 2018 did it say it happened? Right, okay. What time is it in the UK? I think they said it was it after the Habib fight? So 2018, I think he fought Habib. What time's it in the UK? What, now? Or do you mean what time the fight's on at tomorrow? Right, okay. The fight's on at 11 a.m. tomorrow, I think. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's happened to McGregor? Madness. Madness. But I think that might do me. I'm gonna be live for Jan versus Figueiredo. I am fighting tomorrow night, so I don't know if I'll be live for the main event. Um, I might be away up to the venue at that time, but I will be live anyway, so make sure you tune in. Thanks for everyone tuning in today, the new followers. If you are new, make sure you follow up. I'm trying to hit 20k. Also, make sure to follow me on YouTube. I do daily uploads there for longer form content, and I'll see you again in the next one.